This video is brought to you by KnivesShipFree, the best place to buy knives, period. Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 1 November 2023. Man, it seemed like tonight was never gonna come. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And we've had some fits and starts in this process, but I think it was gonna be well worth the wait. What am I talking about? Some of you know. This is the official announcement video for the drop of the 2023 edition of the Bark River Gunny Sidekick in CPM-Magnacut. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Let's look at what it comes with first. First of all, you get this box, the good old white Bark River corrugated box. This is the Gunny Sidekick in Magnacut with ghost green jade G10 and blue liners. MSRP of $389.95. You won't pay that for it. Inside the box comes the compulsory tissue paper with the blade sleeve. Looks like I got a little KnivesShipFree sticker. And the old Gunny Sidekick sheath. This is a right-hand sheath. I will carry mine in the left. This will probably never come out of the pouch. It hasn't even been opened yet. Alright. So here is my not well worn, but obviously broken in lefty sheath. It fits thusly. Plenty of retention, no noise. So for those of you who aren't aware, the Gunny Sidekick is my design, at least the front half. I love the Gunny. The Gunny was the first Bark River knife I ever owned. I love the Gunny handle, which is a Mike Stewart design derived from Bob Loveless. Lots of Coke bottle, nice self-guard, beautiful contours for ergonomics in any grip. But, as most of you know, the standard Gunny or Gunny Hunter is a drop point knife that's, I don't know, significantly less broad than this clip point that I designed. So, with Mike's permission, I used his Gunny handle and drew my own blade and asked him if he'd make them. And at the time we did the first ones in CPM M4, Derek Bone at KnivesShipFree was happy to be the exclusive retailer, and the Gunny Sidekick in all 4 of its runs has remained a KnivesShipFree exclusive. This time no exception. Now under the unbelievable leadership of Jay Rao. So what is the Gunny Sidekick? Well, it is sort of a large-ish EDC fixed blade knife. Now the Sidekick has a 4 1/8 inch clip point blade with the swedge. Blade's a little broad, about 1/8 of an inch to 3/16 more broad than a standard Gunny drop point. The stock thickness is 5/32. It is a high convex saber grind, if that makes any sense, and it is convex all the way to the edge. Now you'll notice if you are a Gunny Sidekick owner, or if you buy one of these as your first one, you're going to notice a profile at the edge considerably thinner than most Barkies. I guess the best way to see that is by looking down the spine. Look how thin at the tip. Mike knows I like to use steel that'll take it, and I like to grind them thin. So that's what we do when we run Gunny Sidekicks. Blade length is 4 1/8, handle is 4 1/2. It is a non-skeletonized handle, always has been. Full tang design. 2 aluminum Corby bolts and lots of glue holding that handle together. And with that Ghost Jade G10, look at how those blue liners play with the light in the translucence of the G10. Lanyard hole is also aluminum. The reason aluminum rather than steel for the assembly screws or pins is that they haft better, right? If you have steel, as you grind and polish the handle material, the steel will tend to raise as the softer material around it goes away first. The aluminum magically ends up dead flush and undetectable after hafting. So it is a convex grind all the way to the edge. The factory edge from Bark River actually pretty good on this example. Do a little cutting for you. It's got some little catches in it, but generally very sharp. But you'd expect that with the thin profile that the Gunny Sidekick has behind the edge and the very gradual primary convex bevel. A superb slicing tool, a superb piercing tool with purchase that will let you pierce effectively. And I think it's got enough sweep, and the tip being just high enough above center line of the handle that it works really, really well as a hunting knife, even though it's not a drop point or a trailing point. A great all-purpose knife. That's what I designed it to be. Let's take a look at the symmetry. The swedge terminates nice and symmetrically. The clip is executed perfectly. The plunge grinds are quite symmetrical. See if I can hold this in the light so it shows that. Looks like the the plunges are symmetrical, if not exactly the same profile. You guys will remember, if you've been following this knife through the years, that the first run in M4 had an even more pronounced sharpening choil than this one, which it was kind of a statement against knife makers who put sharpening choils in that don't function as sharpening choils. But in the subsequent runs, we've tamed that down a little bit. Still plenty functional as a sharpening choil without sacrificing too much of the edge. So I know you want to know, when's the drop? Well, here is your announcement, boys. They will drop tomorrow, November 2nd, 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at KnivesShipFree. I'm going to put in the description of this video a link to the page. It will not be active until 4 p.m. tomorrow. This will not be a link to the pre-order page. It will be a link to the sales page, and it will come alive tomorrow at 4. Also, in keeping with tradition on this model, when you check out, if you would like to have that factory edge brought up to TheApostleP standards, KnivesShipFree will send me the knife directly, and I will sharpen it for you. Current sharpening backlog is just about 4 weeks. So if you do that, just check your box at checkout, and KnivesShipFree will send it to me, and then after about 4 weeks, it'll be on its way to you. The cost for doing that will be $30 plus $10 priority postage anywhere in the continental U.S., and you can pay that to me by PayPal, friends, and family. I will also put that email address for my PayPal account in the description under this video. When you do that, just send me a quick email letting me know that you did it, and with your mailing address. So send me $40 on PayPal, friends and family. Send me an email with your mailing address, and I'll have your knife to you about 4 weeks after you order it. Or it'll ship out of here about 4 weeks after you order it. If you are a pre-order customer, one of the nearly 350 pre-orders, you will have to do, there will not be a box at your checkout for shipping to me. You'll just have to fill in my name and address in your shipping address portion of your checkout. Okay? So the story on these is, in February, I think, of 2022, Jay entered this pre-order, the order for CPM-Magnacut Gunny Sidekicks with Bark River. Well, you know, summer came and went, hunting season came and went, and there was no 5/32 CPM crew wear, which was the steel that we originally spec'd this run to be, anywhere on the planet. And then the end of the year came, still no crew wear. So I think I called Mike in January and I said, hey, I know you got 5/32 Magnacut there, and it seems like it's pretty available. So why don't we run them in that? I don't think anybody's going to be disappointed. So some of you may have pre-ordered a crew wear knife, and you were probably notified of the change. And then a lot of you pre-ordered Magnacut knives when that changed on the pre-order page. Regardless, there will still be about 300 to 350 knives up for grabs tomorrow at 4 when these drop. So I think the biggest run we've ever done in these was 400 of the CPM 154 run. So there will be more of these available after pre-order than any run we've ever done, and certainly in the most desirable steel for most people. So it's going to be a blast. I think you guys are really going to like them. There's been a major change in Bark River's bevel grinding process, so I think you're going to see much more consistent bevel grinds from the flat down. They've been kind of all over the place in the last couple runs, but a major change for the better has been made recently. They should be better. And the hafting, of course, is pure, sublime Bark River. You know, people, when they have their first exposure to Bark River, they can't imagine a knife with a polished handle like that would have enough grip. But when you know how to design a handle, it doesn't need to be grippy. It needs to fit your hand. And that's what these do. I love them. I just love them. So that's about it for this one, guys. I think I've covered all the bases. The drop at KnivesShipFree, the exclusive retailer for the Gunny Sidekick, is tomorrow, the 2nd of November, Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Use the link in the description. You might want to save that so you can keep refreshing it as the time draws near, so you can get in and pick out your sidekick. That is all for this one. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the Word and this here Bark River Gunny Sidekick are sharp. I'll talk to you soon.